Hi everyone, welcome back to the Dairies. I'm Cecilia, and today I'm going to be talking about my personal IUD experience. Before I start, I would just like to mention that although I have the copper IUD, I believe that a lot of the things that I went through could happen with both the copper and hormonal IUDs, so this video might be useful for you no matter what. In 2014, I decided it was time to change my birth control. I didn't want anything that added hormones to my body that weren't naturally there, so I decided to go with the copper IUD. I made an appointment with my doctor and I had it inserted. The insertion was not bad during the process, although as soon as I left my doctor's office, I was in a lot of pain, like a lot. I threw up while I was still in the building, once outside, and about 3 more times when I got home. I stayed in bed for 2 days, I think, with the curtains drawn, the TV on, and I was just curled in bed. My mom was bringing me food. I was in so much pain, and I figured that's normal. They say it can hurt. I understand that, a foreign object was being put in my body. So, that passed. It passed eventually. I was fine, and then my first period came. And it was painful. And backstory, I've never had painful periods. I never had cramps. They were always 3 to 4 days and very, very light. I was always really lucky with my periods, and that's one of the reasons that I decided that the copper IUD was okay for me. Because I thought, they say that it can hurt a bit. They say that, your period might get heavier. And I was like, I have it so easy right now. I'm okay with it getting a little worse. But this was more than just a little worse. I was in a lot of pain for 5 to 7 days every month. My period became 5 to 7 days, cramping from 2 days before up until the day after. It was really hard on me. But I thought, they say first 6 months are bad, and then it starts to get better. Sometimes a bit more for some people and sometimes less for others. So, I stuck it out. I was like, I can do this because it's not that bad. People go through this all the time. It's just a little bit of pain, and, I have heaty bags. I'm fine. So I stuck it out. And, it was fine. I got used to it. It was whatever. And then a year had passed. Then it started to get worse. The pain stopped being just when I was on my period. It was when I was ovulating. The cramps started to come really bad. I always know when I'm ovulating, at least, right? But I started to get chronic UTIs. That's urinary tract infections, for those of you who don't know, and they suck really bad. I would just have to sit on the toilet forever. I would be in pain, and I would just lay in bed, and I would just cry and be so sad, and Shaq would have to take care of me, and I had never experienced those before either. Maybe 1 or 2, but nothing like they were coming once a month, twice a month. That was really hard for me to deal with because I couldn't go out. I couldn't leave my house if I had a UTI. I just felt trapped and in pain, and like nothing could make it better. I would chug water. I would just chug. And that was bad. But, I looked it up. I thought maybe this isn't related. Lots of people experience that when they have IUDs. It's not something that I found when I did my research before I got it put in, but once I looked it up, they're out there. Lots of people. They say that the virus that causes the UTIs actually gets stuck under your string sometimes. I wouldn't believe it except for the fact that I experienced it. And then about 6 months ago, I just started to realize that I was in chronic pain. I was nauseous all the time. My limbs ached, my abdomen ached, my head hurt all the time, and I thought, why? What is causing this? And I just kind of felt like it was my IUD. I had no reason to think that, except for the fact that a lot of the pain was in the general area of my uterus and my abdomen. So I went to my doctor. I told her everything that I was feeling, and I thought I had endometriosis because of all the pains I was in, and she told me I probably didn't. I'm a little bit of a hypochondriac, so I believed her when she said that because I know that I can kind of just pull stuff into the air. But I was still in a lot of pain, so I was like, it might not be that, but it's something. So she sent me to get an ultrasound because she thought maybe my IUD had just been misplaced. I shouldn't be in that much pain. I should not be feeling pain still 2 years. This is now 2 years after insertion. So I got an ultrasound and everything was normal. In the right spot, everything's going good, but it's not. It's not going good for me. So I just made an appointment to get it taken out. I said, maybe my body just does not like that there's a foreign object in it. Some people their bodies don't like that. And that's normal, I think. I think that your body not liking a foreign object that you put into it is it makes sense to me, right? So I got it taken out, and I was due for my period the day I got it taken out. Turns out I didn't get my period. I don't know. I had a really long cycle that month. I was a little concerned, but it came, and guess how long it was? 3 days. 3 days, light flow, 1 day of cramping. And then I thought, I don't want to get my hopes up. I'm going to wait till next month. Well, next month was this past month, and guess how long? I actually had a 2-day period with maybe a day of spotting on each end, 1 day of cramping, perfectly fine. I feel great. Getting it taken out was the best decision for me. It doesn't mean I know lots of people have IUDs and they're really successful and they feel great and they have no problems, but that's not me, and it might not be you, and that's okay. You can get it taken out and you can find other methods. If you were like me and you don't want to put hormones in your body, but the IUD's not working for you, I really suggest this book, Taking Charge of Your Fertility. Amazing. I think everybody should read it. Not just women either. I think it's a game changer. Whether you are trying to not get pregnant, whether you're trying to get pregnant, or you're just interested about your body, this is the book to read. I recommend it to everybody, and I definitely recommend it to you if you're interested in IUDs because, like I said, they don't always work. They don't always feel great. So this method is just your body being your body and you listening to it. And I guess that's the whole point of this video is that, if your body's telling you something, listen to it. Because my body was telling me to get that IUD out, and I didn't for 2 years. And I finally did, and I don't regret it at all. So I hope this helped you guys, and if you have any questions or you want more details about anything, leave a comment. I would be happy to answer, and I would love to hear about your stories. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on all of our social media, which will be probably linked in the next page. Thanks, guys.